Hare Krishna. So today we'll read about understanding the living force. In the background of this body, you can find the soul, whose presence is perceivable by dint of consciousness. Similarly, in the universal body of cosmic manifestation, one can perceive the presence of Supreme Lord or the Absolute Truth by the virtue of presence of superconsciousness. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is a movement aiming at spiritual reorientation of mankind through the simple process of chanting the holy names of God. The human life is meant for ending the miseries of material existence. Our present day society is trying to end these miseries by material progress. However, it is visible to all that in spite of extensive material progress, human society is not peaceful. The reason is that the human being is essentially a spirit soul. It is the spirit soul which is the background of the development of material body. However, the materialistic scientists may deny the spiritual existence in the background of living force. There is no better understanding than accepting this living force as ultimately the spirit soul within the body. The body is changing from one form to another. But the spirit soul is existing internally without changes. The fact we can experience even in our own life. Since the beginning of material body in the womb of our mother, our body has been changing from one shape to another at every second and at every minute. The process is generally known as growth, but actually it is the change of body. On this earth, we see change of day and night and change of season. The more primitive mentality attributes this phenomena to changes occurring in the sun. For example, in winter primitive, people think the sun is getting weaker and at night they presume sometimes the sun is dead. With more advanced knowledge, we see that the sun is not changing at all in this way. Seasonal and diurnal changes are attributed to the change of the relative positions of the earth and the sun. Similarly, we experience bodily changes from embryo to child to youth to maturity to old age to death. The less intelligent mentality presumes that after death, the spirit soul's existence is forever finished. But as primitive tribes believe that the sun dies at sunset, actually, however, the sun is rising in another part of the world. Similarly, the soul is accepting another type of body. When the body gets old, like an old garment, there is no longer usable. The soul accepts another body, just as we accept a new suit of clothes. Modern civilization is practically unaware of this truth. People do not care about the constitutional position of the soul. There are different departments of knowledge in different universities and technical institutions, all to study and understand subtle laws of material nature. And there are medical research laboratories to study physiological condition of material body, but there is no institution to study the constitutional position of the soul. This is the greatest drawback of material civilization, which is simply an external manifestation of the soul. People are enamored of the glittering manifestation of the cosmic body or the individual body, but they do not try to understand the basic principle of this glittering situation. The body looks very beautiful, working with full energy and exhibiting great traits of talent and wonderful brain work. But as soon as the soul is away from the body, the entire glittering situation of the body becomes useless. Even the great scientists who have offered many wonderful scientific contributions have been unable to trace out the personal self, which is the cause of such wonderful discoveries. The Krishna consciousness movement, therefore, is basically trying to teach this science of soul, not any dogmatic way, but through complete scientific and philosophical understanding. In the background of this body, you can find the soul, whose presence is perceivably dented of consciousness. Similarly, in the universal body of the cosmic manifestation, one can perceive the presence of Supreme Lord or Absolute Truth by the virtue of presence of Super Soul and Super Consciousness. Thank you.